Welcome. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make some great homemade bread from scratch using just 3 ingredients and no kneading involved. All right, so here's what you need to do. You're going to get 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of active dry yeast. I'll have links to these products if you should need them in the description. All right, so then third ingredient is flour. I usually go with organic, unbleached, all-purpose flour. And then just mix those items together. What we're going to do next is we are going to add some warm water. Make sure it's warm, not hot. It should be somewhere between 100 and 115 degrees. I usually just kind of touch it with my hand at the faucet. As long as it's warm and not like scalding hot, I should be good to go. You don't want it too hot because it can kill the yeast, but if it's in that warm range, you should be fine. I've never had a problem. I've never measured the temperature. So just stir that all around, mix it all around till you get this kind of sticky, tacky texture. And then at that point, you kind of are done this step. And the next step is you're going to cover it. I'm going to put it in kind of anywhere really at room temperature, a dark, cool place in your house. I usually just put it in my oven, a cold oven, let it stay for 8 to 12 hours. It's important that you get at least 8 hours there for the everything to come together and the yeast to do its magic. And so once that happens, you will kind of uncover it the next morning or after that 8 hours, and it should have at least doubled in size inside the bowl. If you see there, that's real right to the brim. That's great. That means that everything worked. And so now we're ready. We're just going to put some flour down on a surface. You're going to put your dough on this surface and just no kneading really, just going to kind of shape it. And you're using that flour so it's not sticky anymore, because your next step is to put that into a pot or something that can go in your oven. I usually line my crock pot with parchment paper. So then next you're going to want to put your dough in your baking dish on top of the parchment paper and cover your baking dish. Just put this in your oven, a cold oven. Don't preheat it. Set a timer for 30 minutes and turn your oven on to 450. Right? So let it go for a half hour, covered. Then you're going to take off the cover and let it go for another half hour. So that's really the process right there. I would recommend you let it cool though for at least a half hour or so, because it's really still cooking when you take it out of the oven. Inside, internally, it's hot and still doing its thing. And that way it's going to get a little crispier as well. But at that point, you're ready to go. It's delicious bread. Please let me know if you make it. I think you won't be disappointed. I have this with sandwiches, a little olive oil and some cheese, any way you like it. It's a great, easy recipe. So please let me know if you make it. Love to know how it turns out for you. Thanks.